My dear friends, welcome to another edition of our program, Demystifying Academic Research. In this program, we try to make academic research simple for us to easily understand. In our last session, we have been talking about literature review, and we saw that to have a befitting literature review, the structure should have about 5 stages. And we said the first stage were as follows. The first one was supposed to be initial search. The second one is supposed to be what we call cut and paste or copy and paste of relevant information. The third is supposed to be the conceptual structure. The fourth is this acronym PEER, which is point, example, explain, and repeat. And the last part was supposed to be conclusions and introduction. We began in our very last session with the issue of the initial search, and we actually ended at a level where we saw that the researcher or the student should have downloaded about 10 to 20 materials that correspond to his or her topic, download and save in the computer, and then the student should also, in a Word document, to also write down after reading the material and saw about 10 important ones, can write down the author, the citation of the various texts that you are choosing that you will use, about 10. You number the citation one. Number one, you put the citation, the author's name, the book, publication, everything for about 10, and you keep space in between the citations because we'll be copying and pasting materials under each author. That will be done in the second stage. That is going to take place in a few minutes from now. Dear friends, my name is Mike Booker, and I encourage all of us that are attending this program to make the program known to others who are interested in academic research. And we pray that you subscribe, you put on the notification button so that each time we drop a new video, you will easily be notified and we can benefit together. Please let others who are interested in academic research inform them that this program can be helpful to them. Also, please, we encourage you to like, share, and make your comments known at the comment section so that we can keep the platform busy and very active. We go ahead immediately now with the second part of the structure, which is, suppose as we agree, is copy and paste. Now, we have about 10 texts that we have selected. Now, probably you begin by going to the abstract. In the abstract, you maybe take author 1. Remember, you have already kept the citation, author 1. You read the material from the author. Probably remember what are you. The question may be, what do you actually copy and paste? This is the guidelines. 1, you look at what did the author do, what type of study it is. Is it a literature review? Is it a systematic study? You have to know what it is. You note it. What type of study is this? Now, the next is that what did the author actually do in the course of their work? What did they actually do? Then what did they actually find? What were their findings? And the next one was, did they have any suggestion for further reading or something like that? That is how you go through. Now that is the stage. That is what guides you as you are copying information. Let's assume that we want to handle this issue that I think that is very important. For instance, let's take this example. That you take this from the Google Scholar, you put this in Google Scholar, you discover you are working on what? We're working on this. Pastoral insensitivity in different cultures. The parish pastor or the congregational pastor being insensitive to the needs of people from different cultures. And now you will maybe you will get the first text that says something about this topic from Google Scholar. And as you read the text, you discover that maybe from the apps, you discover that this text is saying that the insensitivity of the pastor of people from different cultures has a great correlation to the growth of the church. In other words, once the pastor understands how to use his words in terms of sermon, in his sermon, invitation, visitation on people from different culture, it contributes in the growth of the church. Now, probably this was a systematic study. So remember, what is it? Systematic study. What did he find out? What did the author find out? He found out that there's a relationship between the behavior of the pastor to people of different cultures and how the church grows. Now, you may continue now, and then you see now, if it's a semester study, probably the author equally went further to give another quotation, talk about another author in that same text, another author that did the same study but had a different outcome. Probably the other author found out that there is no correlation between the attitude of the pastor to people of different cultures to the growth of the church. Now, you already have two findings now. You also create an idea of a gap. The same issue, pastoral insensitivity in different cultures. Some say the attitude of the pastor towards people of different cultures contribute to the growth, may determine the growth of the church. Another say it may not determine. Now, you now put down their ideas in a very good. Remember that as you're copying from that author, from that particular PDF, that particular text, you have to paste in the same under the same author. Otherwise, if you paste it in the wrong position, you might be accused of plagiarism. You may paste it on the same author that has the same idea. Because at the end, when you are developing the next stage, you will need to cite that author A said that there's a correlation between the attitude of the pastor toward the people of different cultures and the growth of the church. Author B says that there is no correlation, and so it now starts opening the gap for you to see where you can come in now, based what can interest you now to go and research again to see maybe you will join author 1 or author 2, or maybe you will agree author 1 or author 2, or you may not agree at all. It may be something new, a different dimension. That's what we're saying. So you keep on looking, going through. You do the same in all the texts. You see the same in all the 10 texts that you have chosen. You now look at what was the type of the text, systematic study or what, literature review. What did they find out? You got what they have found out. What did they suggest? What was them? I mean, for that reading, you go through all like that. You get the information, and then now finally, to conclude now this same stage, you now start narrowing it down so that you can see the gap. You can see the gap now to understand whether actually the insensitivity of the pastor has anything to do to people on different cultures, has anything to do with the growth of the church. Once you have come to this level, then you start seeing different opinions from different scholars and what they say. You know what they study, what they wrote, and the different opinions. Then you are actually building up a wonderful part 2 that we call copy and paste. In this copying and paste, you don't actually add anything new. You just read what the other authors have written. You copy their ideas and paste in a particular the same citation, so that at the end you will be able to quote that this is what this person said. Remember, we said that in scholarly research, in one of our sessions, in scholarly paper, we build on the shoulders of those who go before us. We build on the ideas of those who go before us. This is a type of stage where we are now gathering the ideas of those who are written before us about the same topic. Now, from down henceforth, we'll be able to see where we can build, where we can come in, we'll see where we can bring on our own contribution, where our own voice can be heard on this same topic, and now we can join the field of scholars who are talking about the same issue. We can be able to understand that, okay, this is what is going on, and this is what we can add. So contemporary debate is going on in this direction, and so we are coming on to add this particular idea to make it look this way or that way. Dear friends, this is the second stage of our program, the second stage of our structure, where we say we're supposed to do copy and paste of relevant information. Next session of this program, we are going to take the next stage, which is a conceptual framework. My name is Mike Booker, and I encourage all of us that who are able to be here, please like, share, and make a comment known at the comment section. Please do not also forget to also subscribe to this YouTube channel and let others know that we are doing this so that they can benefit. Each time we gather together like this, it makes us to learn from each other, as we are all researchers in the field. And as a researcher, you keep on researching, it means you keep on learning. See you in our next program, and I pray that we will learn something as we continue. Success in our efforts to do a wonderful research.